Hey guys, welcome back. I am going to be doing a 37-week update on me and baby boy. I figured since I am 37 weeks that instead of waiting until my next growth scan, which isn't until the 11th, that I would go ahead and do one every new week. So there'll be a 38 week and a 39 week. I'm hoping that next week at least I will have a little bit more info. I was hoping to have some of that today, but it didn't happen and I'm a little upset and still kind of frustrated, but I'm letting it go and I'm trying to be as patient as possible, and hopefully next week I will have that update for you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into things. I am 37 weeks and 2 days. When you see this, I'll be 37 weeks and 3 days. There's a lot of things going on with both me and baby boy. So I'll go ahead and start on him because there's not as much with him. So the last time I updated, he was 6 pounds 10 ounces. I won't know another update until I think I'm like 38 weeks and 5 days. So I'll know that update next week and you'll see it up like that next Monday or something. But that's how much he weighed at 34 weeks, I think it was, somewhere around there. So I'm guesstimating he'll be about 8.5, 9 pounds when we do go back to get his last growth scan before he's born. He definitely feels like he's on the bigger side. I've had a 9-pound baby. My second baby, which is my first daughter, she was 9 pounds 4 ounces, and we didn't have any growth scans or anything like that with her because she was the one pregnancy where there weren't any like complications or worries or anything like that. So we didn't get as many ultrasounds with her, nor any like weight checks or anything like that. But just how I'm feeling, it reminds me of her pregnancy and how heavy and how much pressure and uncomfortableness that I'm having. It just reminds me of the last 4.5 weeks that I had with her. So I'm leaning more toward the 9 to 9.5 pound baby. That's what he's supposed to be estimated at when he comes out, since we've been watching his weight from 22 weeks clear up until 38 weeks. That is his estimate range. Just by how he's been growing every 4 weeks, it is estimated to be around like 9.5. So that's where I'm saying, I think I did a guess and I said like 9 pounds 8 ounces or something like that, somewhere around there. But so he's gonna be on the bigger side. Today I had my 37-week appointment, and going into the appointment I was wanting to get checked to see if there was any dilation, and I was told that I would be able to, whether I wanted it to be an elective or, because technically with my weight I am on the obese side, and due to his weight that would be an indication for them to, you know, put in the books to where it wouldn't be like non-medical reasoning to get induced at 39 weeks. But as far as I know and how I'm thinking with how it went with the midwife when I was talking to her, she just basically put a note in and said that I could get a call in a week or two. And to me that makes it seem like she didn't put in that I wanted to have it at 39 weeks. It was just I wanted to be induced type of deal, which is part of the reason why I'm frustrated. I also didn't get checked, which going into it I wanted to get checked, but thinking about it, it's only been a week since I was, and when I got checked at, I think it was like 36 and 4 or something like that, I was only about a fingertip, which is really nothing, and it's only been a week, and it's only been 3 days since I've been taking my evening primrose oil, so I highly doubt that there is any change in that. But when I go next week, I'm definitely going to ask to get checked to see, and hopefully I get a phone call next week or by the end of this week, which would be great. But so that's why I'm kind of frustrated and a little annoyed just with how the appointment went on my end. His heart rate is fine. She was feeling around, she said that he feels like he's probably going to be around 9 pounds. He just feels like he's a big boy. Doesn't surprise me at all. Symptom wise lately, since I've hit I think it was since I've hit 36 weeks. So right when I hit my 9-month mark, I started to get more of like acid reflux type stuff at night. I think I talked about it in my last update, where it was only when I had like certain foods, and now it's literally every single night. It doesn't matter if I have food like 20 minutes prior to going to bed, or if my dinner was something that had more like acidy type foods in it. It doesn't matter, I have it regardless. Last night I didn't have anything. I had dinner, and then obviously prior to bed I didn't have any snacks in between. I just had water, and I still had some pretty bad acid reflux. So that super annoying and frustrating. I've also noticed more swelling in my feet. Not horrible swelling, but definitely I can notice that my feet are done with being pregnant and want to go back to normal. I've also noticed that my hands are kind of swelling more, just because my ring used to be way more loose and now it kind of gets stuck. My body in general, I think, is just getting to the point to where it's being done. I'm having way more like pelvic pain and pelvic pressure that is a little bit more intense. That's a little bit more intense than what it was a couple weeks ago. It just feels more like his head has come down and it's just chilling there. And it definitely at night, I get a lot of Charlie horses, which are a pain in the butt. And my body and mentally, I'm just ready to have him. I don't have any patience anymore. I'm technically term. I know that he could still bake in here a little bit longer, and he probably will, but I'm so done. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to hold him and have baby snuggles and just get my body to feel normal again. Now with him, besides being big, we had a scare this past Saturday where I went and had to be checked out at labor and delivery for almost 3 hours. So that morning when I woke up around like 6:30, somewhere around there. And normally in the morning I'll feel some decent movements like right when I wake up, and then he doesn't move until like after I've had my breakfast and I'm sitting down scrolling through TikTok, watching the news, like whatever I'm doing in the morning while the kids are having their breakfast and waking up. And he didn't do any of that. He did the big rolls, 2 big rolls right when I woke up around, like I said, 6:30, and then I didn't feel anything else. We had some errands that we had to run, so I went and did those, and then when I got home I noticed that he still really wasn't moving at all. I hadn't felt him since this morning, and so my head went into panic mode, and I was like, okay, well, we've been home for a little bit. I'm gonna go lay on the long part of our couch and try to get some kicks. I flipped myself back and forth like a pancake. I think it was like 10 minutes on my left side, 10 minutes on my right side. I drank some apple juice, and then I was like, okay, well, that's not working. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drink like a soda. So I drank the soda that I got from the store. I still hadn't felt anything, and my gut was telling me, okay, well, this isn't good. Like, obviously you're supposed to go and get checked out when you don't feel any type of movement within, it's like 10 movements within 2 hours or something like that, and obviously it's been way past that. So I came up here, let my husband know, and drove over to the hospital, got put on the NST, got checked out. When I got there, my first 2 readings were borderline high. If they would have been one more, it obviously would have been high, and I probably would have been kept. But they did it twice, and then I had to have the blood pressure monitor go off every 15 minutes. And then because of my blood pressure being like that, my doctor and my midwife are the ones that were on call from my doctor's office that were there, ran blood tests and urine test, because at the way that it was with my blood pressure was that it was borderline, and that could be gestational hypertension and preeclampsia. And so they ran all of those tests, and she was basically saying that if anything comes back abnormal, that we would be having a baby at 37 weeks, which was the next day. Thankfully, obviously, I did not have him. Thankfully, everything came back normal, and my blood pressure stayed on the like elevated, but not like the scary part. So I have to watch my blood pressure I have to watch my water intake, which I need to be having more of it. And I have to watch for like super high swelling or headaches or any type of vision change. If any of that is going on, obviously at this point they would probably just induce if needed. But at that point, because everything came back good and everything has been good since, and I felt fine and he's been moving, we got sent home and now we're just waiting for our eviction date for him. But so that was the little scare that we had this past weekend. Other than that, everything has been fine. I've been more in like the sweets mood, I think, because it's the last couple weeks of my pregnancy. I'm taking in my last couple weeks and eating not a whole bunch of junk food, but more junk food that I had throughout the pregnancy to enjoy it, and just trying to make sure that I have everything for my hospital bag, but just making sure that I have that, making sure that Josh has his stuff. I'm sure there's other moms that have their husbands or spouses, boyfriends, significant other that pack literally as you're trying to walk out the door or the night before induction or C-section or whatever. That is exactly what Josh does. So I was just trying to make sure he at least had his toiletries, and everything else he can pack himself. And another thing with the induction is why I wanted the date, because I have family who are driving here to watch the other kids and be here to help after I have the baby. They're driving from California to here, and that takes about 4 to 5 days depending on, you know, how fast you drive. So I just feel, I'm a person who likes to be in control, and I just feel like right now nothing is in control. I have no control of anything, which I know that pregnancy, obviously you don't have control of it at all, but just because of having the 3 kids, the COVID, like everything, I would prefer to be able to have a date prior instead of them, you know, just winging it and not, you know, we have no idea. They could call while they're driving and it'd be like 2 days from then, they still have 3 days to drive. There's just a lot that I'm getting super stressed out about. I'm getting stressed out about me possibly going into labor myself and doing it alone, because Josh will be with the kids, because we have no one here to watch them. Nothing is in my control right now, and I don't enjoy that. I'm trying to take my mom and my best friend's advice and breathe, and it'll all work out how it's supposed to work out. Nothing is going to be thrown at me that I cannot handle. So I have to just breathe and think about that. But those are my updates and new symptoms. Don't really have anything else. I have noticed that my chest feels more full, and in the morning and then right before I go to bed, if I've been in the shower, I feel like my chest feels like it's engorged. It's not. It basically feels like first trimester when your boobs hurt, and that's normally like first symptom type of deal. That's kind of how they feel, but it's a little worse. Other than that, that is all that I have for my update with me and baby boy. If you guys like this video, be sure to subscribe if you like this video or any other video. It is officially baby watch time, so this is the best time to subscribe to my channel, to see him, to meet him, to watch how our life unfolds with adding another child to the picture, and just follow the crazy journey. I will have my Instagram handle down here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram for any of my, you know, live stuff that I do with the kids when I'm not filming, or to be the first to like see pictures of baby and everything like that before the video, because obviously that'll probably be up a couple days after we get home anyway. That is it. I will go ahead and show you guys my belly, and then we will see you in our next update. So this is with my shirt on, big. And he's definitely, I feel like he's dropped and he's more out than last time, but I'm not sure. You'll have to let me know. Okay, so we will see you guys in our next update next week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time.